Real Action is brought to you by Pertec, with 103 service and supply centres around Australia for all your hydraulic and industrial hose requirements.
Now that's the only rollover we want today, all right? Lift him. Not too heavy, hey? Nice and light. No, it is. I'm excited, Dave. Straight on. G'day, welcome to Real Action. Michael Guest, and I've got a man that I've been wanting to fish with for a little while now, Dave. And runs through Wingham and Taree.
Wingham, past Taree.
Yeah, down through there. It's a big, big river. It's one of those big rivers that you cross. You look over the edge when you're going up the freeway and you go, I need to fish that. Well, we're going to fish it. You and I have been talking about this for a long time.
I know. What we've had a drought.
A drought?
We had a flood.
We had several floods.
And a fire.
And a fire.
So we're here now.
Fingers crossed. You right, mate?
Yep, we're in.
Pretty good setup. 40 kilos this tinny weighs. I've got the 9 horsepower petrol at the back, electric at the front, and I tell you, this looks fantastic. So why start here, Dave? What are we going to start here for?
The only reason we're starting here is because we've still got a bit of shadow line along here.
Sort of, we're into the day a bit now. They're going to sort of push into those shadow areas.
Yep. And later in the day, when it's midday, they might drift out into the deeper water against the weed edges.
Yep.
So,
cool. All right, I'm going to throw some little soft plastic shrimps around and give that a crack.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Yep.
Go, mate.
Go.
Go.
Get out of there. Yeah. Oh, he's up the back of that snag.
Oh, he's got you buried in there?
He's got me. Oh, no, he's out. He's out.
Go, son.
Go. Somebody's cranky.
Someone's cranky?
Not a bad fish either.
That's a nice bass. I better get the net.
He's grabbed that shrimp off the bottom.
Off the bottom?
You distracted me. You made me catch a fish. What's going on?
Oh, that's what a way to start if I can get it in the net.
Nice. Thank you, mate.
All right. That's a beautiful looking bass.
Yeah, they're healthy this time of year.
I love this part of the world. It is such a glorious part of the world. Oh, look at that.
They are healthy.
Beautiful fish. Just for people at home, just give them, there's a reason why. I know it's your favourite fish, that goes without saying. Why? Tell us why.
Well, it's actually, I think on the drive up I said it's my forever fish.
Yeah.
It's a fish that if I had to catch only one fish for the rest of my life, the bass would be it. And I'll just stick him back in the water.
Give him a drink. That's important too, isn't it?
Oh, it is. With the water warming up, depleted oxygen, you need to look after the fish.
Absolutely. So that's that tiny little, so that's what we call a 2-inch shrimp. We've got a helicopter going over. Can you believe how rude is that?
Surely they can paparazzi, buddy.
I don't know about that, but if you hear a bit of noise, apologies for that. It's a helicopter in the background, but that's a little, what we call a 2-inch shrimp in a camo colour. So it's very similar to the colour of the water, really, that shrimp, isn't it? So I think that's important, matching the hatch.
Yep, and it's my go-to colour. It's got the red underneath, the green on top.
Perfect. What's his far? He's going to go straight back into that snag, I reckon, Dave.
I reckon.
Off you go. Wow.
Oh, straight into the weed, into the shadows. I'm gone.
Hey. Great start.
Heading out on the water, always log on with Marine Rescue New South Wales. You can log on and off via the free Marine Rescue app or VHF Channel 16, and volunteers will keep watch for your safe return. It only takes a minute to protect a lifetime. Log on and log off with Marine Rescue New South Wales every time you hit the water. Marine Rescue New South Wales volunteers saving lives on the water.
Got him.
Got him?
Got him.
Hello.
Got him.
Decent fish too, mate.
Yeah.
Just slip down and get this net.
That was good fun. And bass fishing, you just got to, if you miss them, you got to go back in there again. I had a bite. I had the bent knees and everything, Dave. I was disappointed.
That is a good one.
It's a good one. And saw the big flash, got the polarised sunnies on, went back in there, and come on. Yes! Net man. Woo.
Well done.
Yeah, that's the go. I've got bass at home. I've had them for, you've got bass at home. Hey, that's something we've got in common.
I know.
Two good looking roosters with bass at home. What more could you want, eh? I don't know about that, but anyway. But I rolled that grub along there, and then bang, and the flash that I saw originally, I wouldn't have said was as fish as big as that.
No.
So whether it's a different one, I don't care because it's in the net. Let's have a look at it. Oh. Now let's talk about handling bass, Dave. So if you've got some young keen fisho, whether it be male or female, it doesn't matter. There's a couple of little tips to go through when it comes to handling bass. One of the great things about them is the fact they don't have teeth.
Yeah.
So don't go swinging off. We have a fantastic thing with Real Action called the Crack and Catch competition, and don't send pictures in with fish hanging off a set of lip grips. Bass are one of those fish. Some fish you can't handle by putting your thumb in the mouth, but these fellas have got no teeth at all, and you can give them a really good thumb grip like that.
The only thing you have to worry about, if you're using trebles.
Yeah, careful with the hooks. And just point out the spiky bit. So a member of the perch family, show everyone where the spikes
I can
are.
actually show you. That was done a fortnight ago.
Wow.
From the gill rakes. They're actually down here.
Yep.
And at the bottom, they've got like a serration.
Yeah, they're bad, aren't they? So, and then they've also got that really bad spike there on the anal fin at the back there as well. So you just need to be a little bit careful. But that is a beautiful fish. Well, probably mucked my grub up a bit, but we can put another one on, Dave.
They still make them. They still make them.
They do still make them.
Bent your hook up too.
Well, off you go. He wasn't getting off in a hurry. Away you go, bud. Go on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Well guided, my friend.
All in a day.
All right, so I'm going to pop one of these grubs out. So these are what we call a 2.5 inch grub. And Dave, you think in this hole, and you're the man when it comes to this part of the world where we're fishing, the profile needs to be smaller.
Yeah.
So if I trim that up, and I reckon if I take that, if you catch that bit, so don't be afraid. You buy a lure, especially soft plastic. That's a great thing about fishing soft plastics. I'll just give it a little bit of a trim up, is that you can modify them, can't you?
Yeah, why not?
So all I want to do that for is to make that whole profile smaller, so when a bass comes up and hits it, it's going to just swallow that. So it's got that big curly tail. It just works so well. Make sure you line it up like all soft plastics so it rigs nice and straight. What weight jig head have we got there?
I think there's a 124.
124.
Yeah.
It's a super lightweight, and that's how we want it to sit. And what it does do, doesn't it, Dave? It puts that hook
closer to the body bit.
Closer to the body bit. I like the body bit. All right, let's go give it a cast.
Shot. Got him?
Yep, got him. So that was on that change up to that little gold flashy swimmer, and there's a snag just behind us there in the river, and just went it out from there.
Whoopsie.
And he's him or her. Ooh. I like that sound, David Seaman. It's a Manning River bass coming up to the net. Oh, that's a good fish.
Yeah.
It's a good fish. Yeah, and then. Woo. Yeah, baby.
Good work.
Yes.
The old flashy swimmer.
So, yeah, it's just things like that have been around for so long, adding little blades. This one's called what we call a willow blade. So things like spinnerbaits have these blades on them. I've got him in the wrong. I've gone left-handed. I needed to go left-handed instead of right-handed. I am right-handed, but there we go. So that little blade just puts a pulse of vibration into the water, adds a bit of bling, and it's got a heavier weight. So we've been fishing 1/24 of an ounce.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand what that means, that's a tiny little jig head. So when you cast out, your lure just flutters down really slowly. But that extra weight has let me sort of get it down a bit deeper there. And this bloke here's gone, thanks for coming. And there's the result. All right, off you go, buddy. Go on, away you go. Oh, look at that. Yeah. there.
Oh, yep. Go. There had to be one in there.
There had to be one in there, didn't there? And it's so much fun fishing for bass like this. 2 to 4 kilo rods, some 10-pound braid, 15-pound leader, a little 2,500 size spin reel, and they go. Look at the bend in this rod. The same tackle you're going to go and chase a flathead on just about, and they pull so hard. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Go, Dave, go, Dave, go, Dave. Yeah! Yes! Yes, that was awesome.
Another good one.
Just have a look in there. That massive pile of logs right up in there in those shadows. That's where that fish has come from. So, got the cast in the right spot and the results in the net. I've got to tell you, these are coming in handy. Polarised sunnies are a must with any casting of lures at snags, especially in water where you can, there's some visibility to see where the lie is and to get your lure running in the exact right spot. I reckon they're a must. Just hold that net up for me a bit, Dave. Thanks, mate. Gotcha under the thumb grip. How would you rate, like that fight on that, I was just talking about the tackle when I was fighting that fish, that's a 40-odd centimetre bass.
Yep.
2 to 4 kilo tackle. How do you rate, I know you just love bass the same as me, Aussie bass, but how do you rate them from a fighting perspective?
They're a fighting machine, aren't they?
Are they just a weapon, aren't they? They're just big tail.
As they get bigger, that the tail wrist gets bigger, the paddle gets bigger, and they bulk up right through the centre and round the shoulder.
Yep, so the power of these things is just amazing. If you've never caught a bass before, we're using those soft plastic today, but surface lures and little hard bodies, it all works. Soft plastics are a really good way to do it, there's no doubt about that, but you've got to experience one of these at least once. I'll just pop it back in the water. As far as distribution goes, Dave, I'm pretty sure we're sort of talking Bundaberg in Queensland, all the way right down the east coast into Gippsland area. Yeah. So, when you're driving up the freeway, up the highway, and you look down, you see these fantastic little creeks and these big river systems. The head of all of those freshwater systems, pretty well all of them have got bass in them.
Yeah, and they're stocked in so many impoundments too.
Absolutely.
Right through southeast Queensland, New South Wales,
and into Victoria too.
Yeah.
So, you name it, you can find a bass. Most places you can find one of these fellas.
Basically.
Off you go, bud. Go on. Oh, yep.
Another one?
Yeah.
You're on fire, Guesty. Whoop.
Oh, that's a good fish too, Dave.
Another one.
Yeah, grab the net. That's a solid one. Look at that thing. Come on. Yes.
Oh, well done.
Look at the gold colours. Sun's getting lower in the sky. I've got to tell you, that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Man, the colour's really golden, that fish.
Yeah.
There's a couple that we had sort of follow our lures up and they were quite dark in colour, like really black.
And this one's come out of the...
Yeah,
out off the shade.
Yep, big long cast towards the shade there. Look at that. That's a beautiful looking fish. When it comes to the techniques that we're using today, you've been throwing that little shrimp around. I'll just pop it back in the water for a minute. So that's more of a hop and a twitch, slow, and lots of pauses. A lot of people don't think of bass, they think they're certainly a very aggressive fish, but they think they've got to really rip the lure fast. That's not the case.
No. You can draw a fish from mid-water, wherever it is in the water column, to the bottom, and they'll just follow it.
Follow it, and then just pick it up off the bottom.
Yeah. Yep. And it's as subtle as your line just moving.
Yep. So that's with your little shrimp, and then with this one, which is that one with the Colorado blade and that curly tail grub, it's more just what we call a roll. So you cast it out, give it a little twitch.
Slow roll. And the slower you roll it, the closer it gets to the bottom.
To the bottom, yep. And that's where these fellas
just smoke it.
These fellas hang out, they smoke it. Oh, look at that. Beautiful piece of gold. Green and gold, Aussie bass. Way you go, bud. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, mate. Oh, grab the net.
Yeah, same as the rest of them.
Wow. Come off that boulder there?
Yeah, just...
Come on.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Oh, look at that. Now, we've been letting all these fish go today. Dave, as I always do. I've got pet bass in the backyard at home, and for me, absolutely 100% a sporting fish.
Yes.
I know some people might like to eat them, but not for me. I just think there's much better eating fish too.
Oh, there are, and it's a limited resource in the freshwater rivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
100%.
why would you want to catch that once?
Oh, exactly. Look at that. Now, you caught that one on the green colour, and I've been that brownie colour today. You had the camo sort of colour. They've all got something in common. They're all sort of more natural type colours. Did you have a favourite colour?
Yeah, look, I will start with natural, and if I'm not catching fish, I'll go to something that I wouldn't even consider to use any other condition. Just to mix it up. Fluoro, some guys swear by fluoro colours.
I know I have done well at different times when there's been bright green and yellow grasshoppers on the bank, and they seem to like bright yellow at times as well, but maybe that's to do with the yellow under the green grasshoppers, and then black's a good colour and brown when the cicadas are about.
And late summer, they get a lot of really fluorescent green frogs up here.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah.
Match the hatch, as they say. All right, mate. Let him go. Back in the drink. There you go, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Go, mate.
Oh, hello.
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 Hello, hello.
Another one's woken up on the cranky side of the bed.
That's the go.
Oh, actually, that's
a good fish.
I think it's feeling that way.
And it's late in the afternoon. That's when they...
Yep. And I just crunched it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I don't like hearing drag.
That's another solid one.
Solid fish.
Hey, the mighty Manning River is turning it on for us, I'll tell you. That's a beautiful fish, that one there.
They're all just very cranky.
That was a cranky one, all right.
Oh, look at that. That's probably why it fought so hard. It's had a swipe at the lure, and the hook's actually caught it in the cheek.
In the cheek there. Yeah. So that's a solid bass. Anyone who catches that's going to be pretty excited. But here's a bloke here. So there's certain sizes on different fish where you just go, like for a flathead, it's over that magic metre mark. Pop that back in the water for a sec. Over that magic metre mark. For a kingfish, up around that sort of metre 30, metre 40. You caught a bass. How big?
Overall length was about 67 centimetres.
67 centimetres. That is a huge... That's...
63 fork length.
Yeah. That's an incredible fish.
Well, it was my PB.
PB?
Yep.
So how many years did it take you to catch one that big?
Next year it'll be 50 years.
We're showing your age now.
I know, 50 years. No, I got one around 603 mil fork length in 2006, I think.
Yep. But that's a proper quality fish. And
absolutely.
And these big river systems like the mighty Manning here today, they're the places we're going to catch those big wild fish. I know in the impoundments they grow big, they sort of turn a bit footballish in shape, but these are the fellas that go all the way down to the salt to spawn and charge up through here and a whole heap of boulders and a set of rapids here, and quite often this has got water flowing over it, but it's quite dry at the moment. But
and a 67 compared to that, that's just a pup.
That's a pup, but I would say I'm pretty happy with that pup.
Yeah,
let's get it back out to show everyone, mate.
Thanks to Alfabs, it's cracking catch time. If you've been getting into some ripper fish lately, then send your best fish photo in via the Real Action socials. Cracking prizes to be won every week, including a Penn rod reel and line combo, an awesome pair of Mako polarised sunglasses, along with some great gear from Valvoline to keep your marine engine and trailer lubricated.
Well, check that out. That's a beautiful bass. We've been fishing the mighty Manning River. Dave Seaman's shown me the way so far, and we've seen some magnificent fish. I know they grow a bit bigger than that, Dave, I've got to tell you. Look at the background. A little bit dry on the hill there, but I've got to tell you, it's been a fantastic day. Appreciate you taking me, mate.
Mate, my pleasure. Anytime.
Anytime. We'll be going again. Don't worry about that. You've been watching Real Action. Michael Guest, as I said, Dave Seaman. We'll catch you next time. Bye now.
See you, mate.
Real Action is proudly brought to you by Amarok. Born from tough love. Look after your best mate with High Pro. Pioneers in pet food.